A seed is sown. It grows into a big, towering tree. Such seed of mountaineering was sown in Tanish's life when in 2014 he completed a high-altitude trek of Mahesh Lake in Himalayas. This seed then took roots when he successfully climbed Stoke Kangri in 2015 and was the youngest to summit the 6,153-meter peak in Leh. 12th July 2016 at 9 a.m. Tanish Khot, a 13 years, 2 months and 13 days old boy, was witnessed to reach the highest peak of Europe. He is the youngest Asian to climb Mt.Elbrus. Tanish is a class 8 boy from Pune. An athletic boy, Tanish is a budding mountaineer who likes to venture upon new adventures. This passion has driven him to dream of climbing the 7 summits. 7 summits are the highest mountains of each of the 7 continents. Summiting all of them is regarded as one of the world's biggest mountaineering challenge. Only a select few over the globe have succeeded in summiting all the 7 summits. Tanish dreams of being one of them. He chose his first summit to be Mt.Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe. 5,642 meters high. This peak lies in southern Russia and is the 10th most prominent peak in the world. Along with Tanish, his father Sudhir Khot and Rujita Shah took part in this expedition. This team was led by Chetan Ketkar, an Everest summiter from Pune.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanish and now we are leaving for Moscow in just 5 minutes.
2nd July was the day when the team left India to embark upon their adventure.
Hi everybody, now we are in Moscow Shepherd and now we are leaving for Mineralny Vody.
From Mineralny Vody, a 4-hour drive took them to a place called Nalchik. Victor, the expedition's guide, joined the team the next day.
Hi.
After a 7-hour drive from Nalchik, the team reached here at the base camp of North Face, which was at 2,600 meters. After having dinner at 4:30 p.m., everyone left for a quick acclimatization walk of around 6 to 7 kilometers. The next day, it was time for shifting half of the load to summit camp. Since morning, the weather was quite clear. But when the team started descending back to base camp, it suddenly turned cloudy and windy. In spite of this, in 3 hours, everybody reached the base camp safely. Now was the time to shift to summit camp. Acclimatization walk on first day and load ferry on the previous day definitely proved to be useful. It took 1 hour less for the team to reach the summit camp today. Summit seemed to be so near now. Next day, an acclimatization walk to Lower Lens Rock, which was 4,500 meters high, tested everyone's endurance. Although it was a tiring route, little Tanish was at the forefront, moving deftly. It took 4 hours to reach Lower Lens Rock and around 1.5 hours to come back to summit camp. Heavy snowfall started that night.
Now it's 7 o'clock in the morning and it's still heavily snowing. You just can't see the stones. You can't see anything. Everywhere there's a snow. This is what we have learned about the changing climatic conditions at Elbrus.
A snowfall of around 1.5 to 2 feet was witnessed. In such conditions, it seemed impossible to go for summit attempt for at least 2 following days.
पुढच्या 2 दिवसांमध्ये निघून 6000 फूट क्लाइंब करणं, नवीन स्टेप कटिंग करत हे खूप अवघड आहे. त्याच्यामुळे पुढचे 2 दिवस तरी समिट अटेम्प्ट होऊ शकेल असं आम्हाला वाटत नाही. सो आम्ही आता खाली जायचा निर्णय घेतोय. या हाईटला आता इथे थांबणं शक्य नाहीये आणि मग खाली गेल्यावरच पुढचा निर्णय घेऊ शकू.
the team came back to base camp. A call was taken to climb Mt.Elbrus from south face. The next day, the team reached South Summit Base Camp, which was a 6 hours drive.
Now we are in the cable car and now we're moving to Summit Camp.
They reached Summit Camp at 3,800 meters in evening. The next night, the team had decided to go for their summit attempt. But here too, the weather was unwelcoming.
तुम्ही आज बघू शकता की आमच्या मागे जिथे पीक आहे पण आज 10 ते 15 फुटाच्या पुढचं काही दिसत नाहीये. आणि आता हा आमचा शेवटचा दिवस आहे कारण परवा आमची सकाळी फ्लाईट आहे परत जाण्याची आणि उद्या समिट करावंच लागेल. आमच्या समोर आता गत्यंतर नाहीये आणि आता आम्ही असा निर्णय घेतोय की जे काही झालं, काही होत असलं, किती स्नोफॉल असला तरी उद्या समिट साठी निघायचंच.
With high spirits, everyone started preparing for the summit attempt.
Hello, now we are ready to go for the summit.
Finally, the time came for which all were waiting for. On 12 July at 3 a.m., they started for summit. The summit attempt was a great 1,200 meters climb. The route was of steep snow slopes. Although the youngest, Tanish was the fastest, even at an altitude of around 5,000 meters. The temperature was around -28 degrees. This scathing cold made Tanish's little hands and feet numb. Even then, he kept on moving with great agility. Summit was not far now. 12 July 2016 at 9 a.m. stepped a 13-year-old boy on the highest point of Europe. Here he was, Tanish Khot, the youngest Asian to climb Mt.Elbrus.
We are on the top of Europe, it's Mt.Elbrus.
आणि अशा तऱ्हेने 3 पॉइंटची पूर्ण टीम पोहोचलेली आहे एल्ब्रस टॉपला.
It was a proud moment to see India's flag flying on Europe's highest peak. It had been a tiring climb of around 8 hours. It was time then to start descending down. The team came down directly at base camp. With this summit, the roots of mountaineering in Tanish's life have started shaping into a fine, robust tree. Being a nature lover, Tanish feels it important to have trees everywhere. While trekking in Sahyadris, he enjoys walking under the cool shade of trees. He therefore celebrated his first summit by planting trees with his friends. He has dedicated his Mt.Elbrus summit to planting trees and urges all of us to do the same.
Plant a tree.
Plant a tree.
Plant a tree. Plant a tree.
Plant a tree.
Plant a tree.
Let us all plant trees so that these blooming kids can enjoy a healthy environment. Climbing Mt.Elbrus gave Tanish rich experiences, unforgettable memories and unwavering tenacity.
My hero of all this adventure and especially of our climbing summit, it's my little friend Tanish. Tanish go through every kind of rain. Tanish stand upon every kind of wind.
With great fortitude and vigor, he is all set to embark upon his next summits and fulfill his dream.
Mountaineering is my passion and I want to be on top of the 7 summits.